10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. Anything I do for the gang. Took those L's and I took that blame. All money in, we ain't copping no change. Feel like Ice Cube, cause it did good day. Don't need 3 whips, don't need no race. I'ma keep it simple in the Chevy I skate. Thank the Lord, ain't time my way. Lace my shoes and I get to that cake. Heads up, I'm coming. This is all we ever wanted. Go and stack it by the hundreds. This is all we ever wanted. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. Pedal to the floor, to the engine. Head up in the clouds when I levitate. We don't spit game, we just educate. 10-10-80, had a paper straight. Couldn't get it back then, so I had to wait. Now the money come to me, so I don't have to chase. I don't gotta flash none, I don't gotta fake, darling. We not practicing, we ballin'. And heads up, I'm coming. This is all we ever wanted. Yeah. Go and stack it by the hundreds. I'm coming. This is all we ever wanted. Go and stack it by the hundreds. This is all we ever wanted. I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang.
Yo, what up? 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. All my life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, get that thing. Oh, you know how it goes. You know the hit, bro. You know why I'm happy. You know why I'm happy. You know why I'm happy, Sports Lights? Because my Knicks won. Yeah, we won. We had a bunch of people saying, the Detroit was gonna win. Detroit gonna win. And no, they ain't. I mean, Detroit put up a big, they pick up a little battle, but they're going home in the first round. They're not beating my Knicks. You know, we're gonna at least get to see the second round, because if we meet Boston in the second round, then we be in trouble. But we ain't worried about Detroit. We ain't worried about no Detroit. So we ain't worried about them boys. Damn. Julius Randle out there balling. Check it. 10 toes down. I'ma ride with the gang. He knows he want to ride with the gang too. New York Knicks, baby. He said, yeah, let's go, Knicks. Let him know. You rocking with the Knicks, right? Yeah, he said he rocking with the Knicks. You know. He said, get that money, Knicks. Get that money. That's what we do. New York Knicks, get that money. All right. So, now, Anthony Edwards only got 11 points. And Minnesota up by 20? That means that supporting cast is really coming through. Now, their defense has held the Lakers to only 54 points. This is what some people have been warning the Lakers about. Minnesota's a better defensive team. And they're proving it right now. They're holding the Lakers to 54 points. And look, there's another turnover. Boom. Defense to offense. That's what'll win your games. Defense. If you could do defense to offense, you're going to have a real good chance of winning games. Real good chance. This is the same team that beat the Denver Nuggets. They were down by like 20, and the defense won the game for them. All right? Now, this is the same defensive good team. The only difference in this team is Karl Anthony Towns is gone. But you replace Karl Anthony Towns with Julius Randle, who's not a scrub. He's just not as effective defensively as Karl Anthony Towns was in spurts. I mean, Karl Anthony Towns was 7 foot tall. Look at that defense. Stops Luka again. A turnover, then a stop. Yeah, let's go, Knicks. Jay, you already know what it is. Let's go, Knicks. Now, what the Lakers do have is offense, but they need to get stops. If they cannot get stops, they're going to have a hard time beating Minnesota. You can't outscore people all the time. You got to play some defense. Minnesota's holding the Lakers to 54 points. Defense versus offense. That's what this series is about. Even this dog could tell you. Tell him. Defense wins championships, okay, kid? Defense wins championships. We don't get stops. We don't get no championships. So even he could tell you, no stops, no championships. That's how we get down. All right? And defense is mostly about effort. Keep that in mind. Defense is mostly about effort. Anybody could score. You know, you could get a putback, stuff like that. But it's more harder to play defense than score. Anthony Edwards, he gonna get trigger happy with that three. That could cost them. Because Lakers ain't gonna give up. They got good offense. But when you're in a 7-game series, teams will study you. They're gonna do a play-by-play study in the Lakers. Bang. Look at Ant-Man hit that three. Y'all gonna mess around and let Baby Jordan blow y'all out. Luka don't play no defense. Luka all about scoring. But if you get a couple stops on Luka, that's it. You could do 2 things that Luka can only do 1 thing. Yeah, Luka's never was a 2-way player now. Come on now. We know that. He's a 1-way player. He's a Carmelo Anthony of this generation. He's a good scorer. Luka could score in bunches. He could get hot. He could score, but he can't play defense. You know they ain't gonna give you that call, Ant-Man. You're in LA town. They ain't gonna give you that call. They're gonna keep the Lakers in this game by giving them calls. Because the Lakers don't play a lick of defense. They're gonna need the referees to help them. See, defense leads to offense. How many times have you seen in this game when defense led to offense? Now you see a wide open three for Anthony Edwards because the defense led that. The Lakers only got 58 points, and it's the third quarter. Defense will do that to you. Defense will do that to you. It will put clamps on you. And it makes it more easier when you could get stops. And somebody stop putting Rudy Gobert out there on an island because he can't guard guards. Rudy Gobert, stop trying to guard perimeter players. You always get cooked. People are always hitting threes and shots over Rudy Gobert. This is supposed to be Defensive Player of the Year for multiple times. The dude cannot defend perimeter players. All he do is defend the post. That's not a good defender. He's just a good, what you call it, defender of boxing out. Rim protection. Rim protectors are not good defenders. This is why I try to keep telling people. There's a difference between rim protecting and guarding somebody, one-on-one defense. This is when people say, oh, well, you know, such and such a good defensive player. Rudy Gobert not better defensive player than a guy like Jordan. Jordan gets stops. He guards players from all sides of the basketball court. Rudy Gobert cannot guard nobody. And once you take him out to the island and cook his ass, he's only a rim protector. Rim protectors are not good defensive basketball players. Dennis Rodman was a good defensive basketball player because he could guard any position. Rudy Gobert can't guard any position. What are we talking about? You guys don't even know what real defensive players are. You think just because a guy is tall and he defends the rim, he's a good defender. Ron Artest was a better defender than Rudy Gobert because he could guard multiple positions and he ain't getting cooked every 2 seconds. Guys crossing them up, hitting them with the whoopie-doo, hitting them up with the Uncle Drew, with a side of hot sauce. Rudy Gobert can't guard nobody out on the perimeter. That man is a fucking on an island. He only could protect the rim. He's a rim protector. He can't guard. That's not a good defensive basketball player. But a guy like Ben Wallace was getting stops. Ben Wallace was guarding guys out on the island and then chase it down and block you. That's a good defender. Michael Jordan was letting you get past him a little bit. You take a jump shot thinking you're going to get the shot, and he swiped the ball from behind. Won't y'all look at Michael Jordan defensive basketball plays? Jordan was a great perimeter defender. So was Scottie Pippen. Them guys gave people nightmares on the defensive end because they put clamps on people. What are we talking about? Defensive players, kid. Yeah, defense wins, right? You want to get involved in this live stream? You want to let the people know that defense wins? Okay, he said no. He said he had enough. He said he had enough of this stuff. All right, come on now. Come on. Don't even get in here. Don't even get in here. Now, these guys launching threes is crazy. Minnesota getting trigger happy on the threes right now. That's definitely not them. But they're getting them stops. They're getting the stops that they need. Oh, CJ, what happened? I thought you said Detroit was beating my Knicks. You know them boys going home in 5 games. We're going to give them 5 games. I give them 1 game. Knicks about to beat Detroit in 5 games. Let's go, Knicks. Y'all know how we do. 5 games. 5 games. 5 games. Detroit going home in the first round. Damn. All those corners threes. Mini on fire right now. Minnesota on fire. And it's not even Anthony Edwards doing the dang. Could it be true? Could Minnesota have better role players than the Lakers? Is that true? Man, you know LeBron James going to try. I heard rumors that KD, or even there've been like trade rumors of ain't gonna believe this one, but there've been trade rumors of the Joker going to the Lakers. You know LeBron gonna need to stack that deck. That's what he do. That's why he disqualified from being a GOAT. He's a good basketball player. He had a good season. Give him that. But he needs tons of help to win all the time. Other guys do it in more impressive fashions. Now tomorrow we're gonna see Steph Curry in action. Because if Steph Curry get a 5th championship, I'm ranking him ahead of LeBron James. He gonna steal the generation if he get a 5th championship. And he doing it under LeBron's watch. A 5th championship. Damn, Anthony Edwards, what you trying to do, son? What is Anthony Edwards? I mean, just yap that ball, dunk it. Uh-oh, Ant-Man looks like he's down. Ant-Man down. Ant-Man down. He better put on his super suit and transform. Hold on, y'all. Okay, I'm back, y'all. Sorry about that. Had to handle this. Okay. Now we get Lakers trying to make a little bit of a comeback right now, right? Got old man James trying to give it all he got. He trying to give it all he got. He said, I need some more help, y'all. We don't play no defense. Yeah, Lee Diddy James. He said, ain't no party like a Diddy party. Nobody in their right mind gonna say ain't no party like a Diddy party. That sounds suspect. Y'all know what Diddy be doing. If y'all like Diddy parties, something wrong with y'all. Y'all need to get your head tested. You know, you seen videos of Meek Mill screaming. Ah! That shit a horror movie. They could do like a Jordan Peele, Us type of movie. You know, or Get Out. P. Diddy right here. He like the next horror movie. Hanging out with P. Diddy is a horror movie. You can make a movie on P. Diddy. Call it Diddy's House. Once you come in, you never come out. Diddy House. The house of horror. The place where grown men scream. Help me. The minute you step into his house, the door's locked with gates. Metal gates come down like you fucked right then. At that point, something wrong with you. Diddy's house. Remember that, man. Y'all stay out of Diddy house. Mess around and get y'all in trouble. Woo, damn. DiVincenzo. He balling tonight. Oh, shit. Look at that defense by Minnesota. Getting stops. And defense to offense. But this time it didn't work. Look at them stops. They stealing the ball, everything. Forcing turnovers. That Minnesota defense is really problematic. They really get at it on the defensive end, man. Them boys play defense come playoff time. Minnesota plays some defense. They be balling on that defensive end. Told y'all they were a better defensive team. That's for sure. Lakers a better scoring team. All you got to do is just protect, keep playing the defense that they're playing, moving the ball around. They win this game. This game is Minnesota's game to win or lose. Or if they stop playing defense, they lose this game. If they play defense the way they've been playing for the last 3 quarters, they win. Yeah, even he knows. What happened to Anthony Edwards? Jump ball. Lakers trying to play some defense now. And Vanderbilt, out of all the players, the one that get tied up, he has a defensive mindset. He's the only player on the Lakers that actually plays solid, legit defense. LeBron is too old to get multiple stops. Luka don't play no defense. Austin Reeves don't play no defense. Nobody on his team play defense but Vanderbilt. That's it. He's the only defensive-minded basketball player on here. And he should win this. He should win this toss-up. Wow. He loses the toss-up too. Pushing foul. That's definitely a pushing foul. You push that nigga on the back. Luka in foul trouble again because Luka don't play no defense. So he fouls you to get to try to make up for his lack of defense. Luka don't play no defense. He don't even know how to get rebounds. Luka don't play no defense. Y'all should know that by now. Luka's a one-way basketball player. He could score, and he got somewhat of a good passing ability. He's a good playmaker, and he's a good scorer. That's about it. What makes him stand out is his offensive ability. Everything else is, yeah. Yeah, he definitely not no two-way player at all. And then Jay, they trying to hype him up. He a superstar. That made that no fucking superstar. He's an all-star. What the fuck Luka did to be considered no some damn superstar other than inflate stat numbers? All these guys care about, Jay, is fucking stats. Bullshit stats that don't win nothing. This whole generation, that's all they care about is stats. Check the stats. Check the stats. Check the stats. I did check the stats. They lost. They lost. They lost. How about that stat? Give me that stat. That's a very important stat right there. They lose. Okay. I don't care about his field goal percentage and how much he's shooting and blah, blah, blah. Everybody got stats. Stats are like assholes. Everybody got one. Ain't that right? Everybody got them damn things. On them bullshit stats. That's all this generation care about is people that produce stats and don't do nothing with them. A bunch of empty stat performers. And this kind of started when LeBron was breaking that record. Remember when LeBron was going for the all-time scoring record? He spent that whole season stat padding. LeBron spent a whole season stat padding. All right, CJ, you're going to die on that hill. Knicks ain't losing to the second round. Yeah, they do the same thing with music. Look at Drake sales. Look at Drake record sales. That don't mean he the best because he got the most record sales. Since when does that in hip hop matter? So it's what the people say, man. Nobody calling no Drake no damn best lyricist or nothing like that. And Zay, if you believe the Joker's the best player in basketball, then you better hold him to best player in basketball standards. Because he's going to end up probably getting his ass whooped and not win no championship. He the best player in basketball. Them stats better lead to some damn wins consistently. He better make it to the finals then. He got all the pieces he needs. He got a good supporting cast. They won the championship together. Hold them to the same standards that you hold LeBron to and everybody else to. If he the so-called best player in basketball with those empty stats. He LeBron James doing LeBron James empty stat year. That's what he doing. Yeah, and he better get the win. One win don't win the championship, brother. I said win a championship. I don't celebrate conference finals. I don't celebrate first rounds, second rounds. That's what you generation people do. You guys act like you win something if you won one round. Where they do that at? You celebrate one round of the playoffs? That's it? That means you're great because you won one round of the playoffs? Win some championships, dog. You the best player in basketball. We hold you to best player basketball standards then. Then you better win. And them stats better not be empty. Because they weren't empty enough to get you fourth place. You can let a 40-year-old get third place ahead of you. And this team that's beating the Lakers tonight, They own Denver. They beat Denver 7 times in a row. Hold on for a minute. I do keep the same smoke with Giannis. Do I say Giannis is MVP? No. The man just had 35 and 14, Zach, and lost. Anybody could get stats. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Oh, yeah, I'm back up. Anybody could get stats. You never hear me say, yeah, I didn't say Giannis no MVP. I said Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. 1, 2nd, and 3rd. You got to always reward winning. You should know me by now. I give you credit when you win. You have to win first, man. Stop giving these people rewards for no reason. We're not in a system where you just give people rewards for stats. If that's the case, then Wilt Chamberlain would have been the best basketball player ever. You don't even hear his name mentioned in conversations for best basketball player ever. So it's not all about stats. It never was. It always comes down to winning. Always came down to winning. You give Bill Russell the props that he deserved because he won. That's the only reason why he wasn't even considered a top 5 players, because he won. No, not after the playoffs. During the regular season. It's a regular season award. But just like the past, I give you examples, Z. LeBron James won MVP 2009, 2010. What do they have in common? He was the number 1 seed, and they won 60-plus games. And he was playing basketball at a high level. That's an MVP candidate, and that's a guy that deserves to win it. Simple. 96 Bulls, 70-plus wins, MVP. Steph Curry, 70-plus wins, MVP. Top seeded teams. Yeah, CJ, you are 100% right on that. Oh, here come Ant-Man. He back. Oh, no, I guess he not. Man, take off them crazy shoes. Anthony Edwards, them shoes don't work. Them shoes broken. You won't get hurt in them shoes. They look too light. They remind me of like the Derrick Roses of 2011. And that's another guy that won MVP, Z. He was on a title contending team that was a number 1, number 2 seed, something like that. And he got MVP. That's why he won. You got to reward winning, man. Stop giving these guys awards for mediocre stuff. You want to call the Joker the best player in basketball? Cool. But he don't deserve no MVP. You should be at least on the team that's winning and pick that's title contenders. Nobody picking Denver to win no title this year. How you MVP and your team is not even in the conversation to win the championship? What are we talking about? Since when does an MVP get an award for not being on the championship team? What the hell happened to this dude? Let's see what happened. Man, they're getting hurt out here a lot. Minnesota's going to mess around and lose this series because of injuries. What happened to Zach? What's this? Nazir Reed? What happened to homeboy? Can anybody just tell me? I just missed the play because I was talking. You better get his shit together. These guys keep getting hurt. The team that's the healthiest is the team that's going to win. If Minnesota gets past the Lakers, they'd be a 6 seed beating a number 3 seed. That doesn't happen much often, really. That's history in the making right there. Because lower seed teams don't win. Lakers ain't got no defense. They're all offense. But like I said, the history of basketball has shown that teams that don't play defense don't win. And that's even still relevant in 2025. Who would have ever thought? Something from the past is still relevant now in 2025. Shocker. No, I'm always going to be against guys on 6 seeds winning MVPs, 5th seeds, 8 seeds. You don't deserve to win no award if you're on a lower seed team. Basketball is not the Los Angeles LeBrons. It's the Los Angeles Lakers. Your team has to be ranked a high seed as well. You can't just play at a high level and don't win. Just like the Olympics, silver, gold, bronze. Bronze is the last place, third. Anything after third place shouldn't be rewarded. Say hi, man. Say hi. You know, you just don't want. You just don't want to. You want to be all up in the live stream. Look, he want to be all up in the live stream. He want attention. We're gonna walk to the store later, right? All right. We go. Good boy. Good boy. We're gonna walk to the store later. Mm-hmm. He said the Lakers the most overrated 3 seed. Hey, by default, 3 seed is a title contender because most teams that win championships are 1 to 3 seeds. His name is Bane from the Batman series. I was born in the dark. Darkness is my ally. Oh, you merely adopted the darkness. I was born into it, raised into it. By then, the only thing I see is right. Dark Knight Rises, one of the best movies ever. One of my favorite movies ever. I could watch that movie a million times. That is by far my most favorite movie ever. Dark Knight, kid. But y'all also see I'm rocking the Daredevil too. Check this out, y'all. I'm rocking the Daredevil. Boom. Netflix. I'm making a Daredevil day. Boom. Daredevil hat. And yo, can somebody tell me who won WrestleMania? It's WrestleMania 41. What's her name? Liv Morgan? I want to see my homegirl Liv Morgan do her dang. You know, that's the only reason why I watch WWE. It's for her if she's in the event. But I don't watch it a lot, though. You know, shit, the girls are better performers than the guys now. All right, will you stop? What is wrong with you? You just want to be all up in the video, don't you? He said Pug Nation. He said he want to raise hell. Pug Nation, baby. So, okay, did he went to the bench? What happened to Nas, whatever his name is? Nas Reed. Man, look how physical Minnesota is. And the referees are letting them get away with it. Oh, look at that. Whoever thought if you get physical with Luka, it gets underneath his skin. See, a lot of these guys can't play old school basketball. The refs letting Minnesota be rough. Minnesota's all physical. Look at that. And the refs is not calling it. Boom. Ant-Man 3 in Luka's face. Luka tired because he getting bumped, he getting hit. It's hard to play defense when you have to work hard on the offensive end because they banging and hitting you up. Welcome to the world of the old school. Man, Minnesota, that defense is fucking nuts. That's what made them title contenders last year. They made it to the conference finals off defense. Man, Luka don't play no defense. Luka looked like a man lost on the defensive end. Luka has no playing defense ass. All scoring. He's the Carmelo Anthony of this generation. That's it. The man has never let no team to be a third seed, first seed, or second seed. Never. As a number one option. He's never did that. And he has never did it consistently. He never won no MVPs consistently. How the hell is he a man? Dude ain't no superstar. Never was. He only been on the top seeded team when he joined LeBron. But LeBron was already halfway there when he got there. So he didn't even help the Lakers get to the third seed. They were already halfway there. Man, stop. Stop. See how I be exposing all these fake superstars in the NBA? Dudes be faking the funk. Nah, it's not that surprising. Not that surprising. Luka don't play an ounce of defense, get into foul trouble. What were you talking about? Out of all the years he been playing on the Dallas Mavericks, he had Kristaps Porzingis, he had Jalen Brunson, he had good supporting cast, he had Kyrie Irving. He didn't win jack shit, and he got exposed in a NBA Finals. The biggest stage there is, the NBA Finals, will expose your ass, and that's what it did to him. He got into foul trouble, couldn't guard a lick. The ops was shooting all around him. Pop, 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 pop. It's the truth, though. The man never was a superstar. How many superstars are never 1 to 3 seeds? Don't superstars supposed to make your team title contenders every single year? A top seeded team in a race for MVP? Considered the best player in basketball? Milwaukee need Dame back like a fish needs water. That's one thing. They need that offense back. But I don't know if that's even enough to win, because Indiana just got better supporting cast. They're more younger. Milwaukee's a little bit slow. They're old. It's a slower basketball team. Yeah. Outside of Giannis and Dame, which they rely heavy on, they got a lot of older players that's just a little long in the tooth, and they could get run off the court. Indiana got a lot of depth. Yeah, they do. They're young, man. They're young, Andre. They got a lot of legs. You got guys like Brook Lopez, man. He old. Dude is slow. He moved like molasses. They just need to hit that reset button. They need some young blood up in there. And Dame ain't getting younger by himself either. But that should be a long series, though, because I heard Dame is coming back. I'm surprised LeBron didn't get a technical for that. LeBron pointed his finger at the referee and didn't get a technical. What is that? Did he not get a technical for that? Please tell me he got a technical for that, because that's a violation of the rules. According to today's NBA. Wow. Superstar treatment. Because if that was any other player, he would have got a technical. How you point at the referee, yell at him, and don't get a technical? Where they do that at? In today's soft NBA, don't they supposed to call everything? I rest my case, man. I rest my case. Hell yeah. And if they didn't throw Ant-Man out Andre, he would have got hit with a technical like crazy. That would have been a technical foul if it was Anthony Edwards. And don't let it be Draymond Green. If that was Draymond Green, ejection. Get the hell up out of here. Oh, if that was John Morant, yes. John Morant would have got thrown out the game. But John Morant would have been pointing gun points. He'd have been like this. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I mean, like, Giannis needs to do some career searching. I know you're a Bucks fan, but Giannis may never win a championship with that team again. They need to hit the reset button on that supporting cast. They need to get a little bit younger. Because all those Indiana got young. Indiana makes smart trades too. They just got a lot of depth due for trades. That's what the Bucks got to do. But Bucks got a lot of old pieces that nobody want. Nobody's going to give you a solid young role players for Brook Lopez and all these other dudes. Yeah, man. And then that trade that you made Dame for, what's the other homeboy that y'all traded? He went to Boston and won the championship, but he was a better defensive player than Dame Lillard. Defense wins championships. And he won a championship with Milwaukee. Holiday, yeah, Holiday, a two-time champion. Solid defender. Defense win you championships, man. You can't just outscore people for a championship. It don't work that way. Look at the Lakers. They got 90 points. And they're supposed to be one of the best offensive teams in the league. All it takes is somebody get up in your guts, get all up in your shit, and all that scoring goes out the window. Bang. Shit is crazy. Giannis should have gone to the Heat. Yeah. Giannis should have definitely gone to the Heat. Giannis should have gone to the Heat, the Knicks. There was plenty of teams for him to go to. Plenty. I mean, if he want to win another championship, he may have to leave Milwaukee. What does Milwaukee have for trade value? They're going to have to trade Dame. That's the closest Dame they got for trade value. Everybody else is like, nobody want those players. Nobody want those pieces. Man, look at that defense. Defense to offense. Defense to give you a quick layup. Defense to give you a quick dunk. How many turnovers have the Lakers had from Minnesota's defense? Defense wins games. Defense wins championships. Even in 2025, all the teams that win championships were good defensive teams. You don't win a championship without playing defense, because defense is the one thing that you have to put effort into. It don't take much to be a scorer. You could go outside right now and have a 13-year-old, 14-year-old kid cook your ass and score on you. It don't take that much to score on somebody. Everybody got a bag to score on somebody. Can you get stops? I played basketball, and I tell you, most of the games that we lost was because we couldn't get stops. That's what happens. Lakers only got one guy that played defense is Vanderbilt, and that's it. The rest of them guys are cooked on the defensive end. LeBron don't play no defense. He too old. You're gonna give him. You're gonna end up breaking a leg. Luka don't play no defense because he don't believe in it. And Austin Reeves don't play no defense. Man, I like to think I would, BZ. I give it some Ron Artest elbows. No, LeBron don't play no defense. I know that. He didn't play much defense one-on-one in his prime. He only had 2 good seasons when he was good defensively. He was a good help defender, but LeBron's never been a good defensive player either. Even in his prime. LeBron ain't stopping nobody. He used to get cooked by Carmelo Anthony, Kobe. Y'all remember when Kobe's put the clamps on LeBron James, but LeBron couldn't do that on Kobe. Actually, that was a good defensive play right there. LeBron on Anthony Edwards. That one play, he played good defense. I give him that. I give him props on that. I will give him props on that. That was a good defensive play. He stood down like this, right? Then put a hand in Ant-Man's face. Good defense, LeBron. Good defense. That was Shane Battier defense right there. Shane Battier was a better defender than LeBron James. Remember when he played on the Miami Heat and he guarded Kobe Bryant? He was a better defender than LeBron. And he helped the Miami Heat win 2 championships. He was a great defensive player. The Heat would never win championships if it wasn't for defense. That's how they won championships, because of defense. Let it be known. The Heat won championships because of defense, not because of outscoring people. LeBron, stop complaining. Stop complaining. Look, LeBron complaining to the referee the second time, yelling at him, and still no tech. Where's the tech on LeBron James? He should have got a technical foul twice. LeBron James should have been called for a technical foul twice, and y'all let him slide. Y'all let this big crybaby slide. Man, this dude's a straight up crybaby. He do more time yelling than playing basketball. Dude is always whining and crying. Well, LeBron's supposed to be stopping Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose was like a midget compared to LeBron James. How come LeBron never stopped somebody his own size, though? How come he got cooked and had people hit game-winning shots on him, like Carmelo Anthony? What's up? What's up? You just want to be on a live stream again? Come on, man. You want to be on live stream again? Say what's up. Yeah. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, man? Say what's up. Say what's up. All right. Say what's up. We're going to get another one. I want an all-black pug. This is my favorite breed right now because they're good for apartments. But they're very needy dogs. You know, and they ain't about that life for fighting. These are the most peaceful dogs you're going to find. Right? They ain't about that life for fighting. No. So don't think that they're going to bark for you or somebody knock on the door that they're going to protect you, and they ain't going to do none of that. Do not get these dogs for protection. Just get them for playing around with. All right. You had enough. So, man, he being this dog being like Diddy, man. He all up in the videos. And the Lakers damn sure not a good 3-point shooting team. So their offense mostly come from attacking the basket or mid-range jump shots. Yes, I'm taking SGA over Luka. And SGA didn't even reach his potential yet. He about to be an MVP, something Luka never won. His ceiling is way higher than Luka's because he played defense. He's actually more similar to Kobe. Won't you do research on Shea Gilgeous-Alexander and Kobe Bryant and how much he looked up to Kobe Bryant? He's the last guy in the gym shooting basketball shots, working hard to perfect his game. Yeah. And I'm not saying this to hate or nothing like that, but LeBron James has always been a suspect defender. He always been a suspect free throw shooter. He just got good at shooting threes, but he's not a good three-point shooter neither. He's just better than he used to be, but that's still not that good. So there's a lot of chinks in LeBron James's armor. The only thing he does good is probably attack the basket and pass the ball. That's his best two features. Attack the basket and pass the ball. He's not even that much good of a mid-range shooter. He's not a good shooter, period. But he did get better now. Man, Anthony Edwards got better at passing the ball and getting his teammates involved in the game. This game is over. The scrubs are in. And the Minnesota T-Wolves take game 1 on a Lakers home court. They could be a 6 seed that knocks off a 3 seed. It only took him 22 seasons. That is facts. It took this man 22 seasons to become a decent three-point shooter. And he still ain't that good. And his free throws suck. That is true. That is true. And it's still 22 seasons, and he's still lacking in winning department. 22 seasons is a long time for a superstar basketball player to be playing and underachieving. I'm just saying, how long is it going to take this man to win another championship? Where he going to need another 10 years to win number 5? How many good plays you going to keep giving him? What happens if he get KD next year and they still don't win the championship with Kevin Durant? How much help does he need? This man played with 31 All-Stars. That's more than Jordan and Kobe combined. Jordan never played with 31 All-Stars. Neither did Kobe. 31 All-Stars. Woo, somebody had a lot of help throughout their career. I'm just saying. Underachieving like a motherfucker. Wow. Look at this blowout. This game was a blowout, y'all. This game was a blowout. Wait. LeBron James always been a front runner. You should know that. He's always been a front runner. No. He likes to stack the deck, and he's been a front runner. And he got 4 championships, but keep in mind, 2 championships would have never happened if Kyrie wasn't on that team. He went crawling to Kyrie Irving. And if it wasn't for Ray Allen, LeBron James would have had a bunch of stats and a 7 finals loss. It doesn't mean how much. It doesn't matter if you led the charge and made a comeback. When the game was on the line, he failed. He would have had 7 finals losses if it wasn't for Ray Allen. That shot single-handedly saved LeBron's from losing the 7 finals. Period. A comeback, yeah, a comeback is good. It's good to have a comeback. Yeah, you know. But when the game's on the line, you still got to close it out. Remember what happened in, what was it, game 1 of the NBA Finals 2018? When he had like 51 points, but then he quit on the team? That game could have changed the whole momentum of the series. They could have looked at LeBron and be like, holy shit. He got that Jordan mentality this series. He may be killing us. But he gave up. The man literally quit in game 1. The Nuggets game was great. That was the best game. The Nuggets game was the best game of the playoffs so far. That game was close. Palms sweaty, knees heavy, arms looking like spaghetti. Yeah, that was a good game. The Houston and Golden State, I want to see though. I'm interested in that. I want to watch that. I want to see that Houston and Golden State, man. But we are out, y'all. Thanks y'all for joining the stream. What a game. What a game. I'll be back on tomorrow. We're gonna do this again tomorrow to talk about about the game. So but I gotta go and hit the road, son. I gotta go hit the road. Peace. Yeah, before I head out, y'all know what I do. I always head out with my intro. Where's my outro? You can't leave without the outro, bro. No. So damn. But yo, Ant-Man didn't even do that much work today and still won the game. Wow. Now let him have a good one.